In October 2020, the South African Department of Minerals and Energy identified gas-to-power ships as part of the solution to the country's electricity crisis, aiming to acquire 2 gigawatts under the Risk Mitigation Independent Power Producer Procurement Program. Turkish energy company Karpowerships was named the preferred bidder. In March this year, the Ministry of Transport granted mooring rights for 3 Powership vessels in the ports of Richards Bay, Ngqura and Saldanha Bay. The proposed inclusion of Karpowerships in the electricity solution puzzle, however, raises significant concerns.
Even if these power ships came on stream tomorrow, they would only plug the gap of about 1.2 gigawatts out of the 20 required to actually restore our grid to operating at full installed capacity.
1 gigawatt of electricity in South Africa equals 1 stage of load shedding. As such, the combined output of the 3 power ships will reduce load shedding by only 1 stage. Furthermore, it will take between 12 to 18 months to connect these floating generators to the grid, rendering them ineffective for immediate emergency energy needs. South Africa experiences daily stage 4 rolling blackouts, which significantly impacts the estimated 2.6 million people working in the informal sector in townships. During load shedding periods, 60% of enterprises in these areas close, unable to afford alternative energy sources or pass on increased expenses to customers. This exacerbates the country's already high unemployment rate, emphasizing the urgency of finding a solution. While mooring rights were granted, financial closure for Karpowerships is still pending. The project's initial expense is estimated to around 200 billion rands over a 20-year term.
We shouldn't be cowed into accepting a non-viable option under the banner of emergency. The alternative is to utilize the money that we would otherwise have spent on car power ships to be able to ingest renewable energy from the places where it's optimally produced. So, for instance, that would mean creating nodes of ingestion in the Northern Cape and the Eastern Cape, where you can generate a strategic complementarity of wind and solar. Solar during the day, wind at night, and then supplement that with natural gas. There are models available to do that. Grid reconfiguration is costly. It requires serious project management, but there's no reason why that couldn't be done within the space of the next 18 months.
Opting for renewable energy infrastructure offers environmental benefits and ensures long-term energy solutions within the country, while power ships are temporary and sail away after the contract period. Karpowerships' environmental impact assessments in 2020 were found to be inadequate, leading to the rejection of all of its applications by the Department of Environmental Affairs. One of the primary concerns raised pertains to the potential negative effects that noise and other forms of pollution from these ships may have on large fishing industry situated along the South African coastline.
Job creation, poverty eradication.
Minister of Minerals and Energy, Gwede Mantashe, and Minister of Electricity, Hoisensho Ramkgopa, suggested that a shorter-term contract might be considered, but are adamant that Karpowerships will form part of the country's energy procurement.
With something like Karpowerships, we're essentially trusting this solution to be executed by the very same people who created the Eskom problem in the first instance. And the elephant in the room absolutely is the looting and corruption and organized crime that has permeated Eskom over the last 15 years at least. So it's reasonable for us as citizens to expect that there will be looting and skimming of contracts and overinflated prices and whatever, which make a handful of people rich and in the process doesn't satisfy the actual economic requirement of the country, which is for 20 gigawatts of power sooner rather than later.